We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks. Terry Brewer has the night off. Topping our news this evening, weather across West Alabama may have ruined some Labor Day plans. Rain, wind, and the threat of tornadoes have kept people inside and made the streets a real mess. At least 3 car crashes happened in the Tuscaloosa city limits today. Portions of roads have been closed today because of high water levels. Also, all sorts of events were canceled as well. Everything from the city's Labor Day parade to family-focused events at the BF Goodrich plant. Now for the latest on what you can expect, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Lynn, good Monday afternoon to you. Check out the rain totals we're talking about so far. The storm total, 6.65 inches in Tuscaloosa, getting closer to 7 inches. We will likely exceed that before the rain ends. 11.05 back at Jackson, Mississippi. In fact, just south of Reform in Pickens County. Official measurement, over 13 inches of rain in the bucket. So a lot of folks are getting quite a bit of rain, actually over 15 inches in the bucket in parts of Pickens County. In fact, a Doppler radar estimate showing just that much in parts of Pickens County and Lamar and Fayette. Good news is the rain is about to move out. The heavy rain just moving out of Tuscaloosa now. It's still some light rain back to the south and west, but the heaviest stuff is moving out here towards the north and east, towards Birmingham and Gadsden. Quick cast tonight. Temperatures fall back in the mid-60s by midnight tonight. Still a couple of showers possible, but the heavy rain will be long gone by 10 o'clock tonight. What about the rest of the forecast? Big cool downs on the way, plus some dry conditions. The latest on Hurricane Katia. Your forecast is coming up.
Thanks, Richard. A Hoover teen is still missing in the Gulf after he was swept away in rough waters churned by Tropical Storm Lee. According to the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, 16-year-old Conrad Charleston Hathcote of Dividing Ridge Drive in Hoover is missing. Coast Guard Petty Officer Kyle Urquhart says a group of swimmers got caught in a rip current Sunday night. Officials report as many as 5 people became distressed, including a mother, a father, their 2 teens, and someone who was trying to help them. Urquhart says 4 made it back out of the water, including 2 who were helped by lifeguards. Baldwin County officials list 16-year-old Jack Bush of Hoover among those rescued. He was treated at a local hospital there and released. Heavy rain and strong winds are still packing a real punch in our area. This shot from the WVUA tower camera shows you those flags above Bryant-Denny Stadium, one of them just barely hanging on for dear life. Remnants of Tropical Storm Lee, though, are dying down for the most part. It was downgraded overnight from a tropical storm to a depression. But now, as Rick Vinson reports, Lee still giving Gulf Coast states a major soaking.
It's a scene all too familiar. Coastal Louisiana swamped with water.
We worried most about flooding. You know, we're not so much worried about the house floating away like it did when we went 2005, where we were on a roof floating up the street.
Robert Green lost his mother and granddaughter in Hurricane Katrina. This time, it's a much weaker Lee doing the damage.
People are in a sense, worried, but they're not concerned enough to be scared and pulling out, because if you leave before the time is necessary, then you're going to say, well, I should have stayed because nothing's happening.
Lee's causing more headaches than just flooding. It's triggered tornado watches across the Gulf Coast. And though it hasn't been confirmed, in Alabama, they're pretty sure a twister is to blame for this damage.
I didn't hear no roaring, all I heard was wind. And if it was wind, it was a hell of a wind.
After Lee camped out on the Gulf Coast over the weekend, it's finally starting to trudge northeast. That's good news for some parched southeastern states. But then Lee's expected to dump even more rain on mid-Atlantic states, still mopping up from Hurricane Irene. I'm Rick Vincent reporting.
The National Hurricane Center says Lee is not expected to lose much more strength over the next day. Also, according to the National Weather Service, the Oliver Lock and Dam is expected to reach flood stages. Torrential rains are piling into the Black Warrior River, and look at that. The latest National Weather Service update currently projecting the dam to exceed flood stages by Tuesday afternoon. Flooding can also cause some problems to those nearby residential areas. That's why Tuscaloosa County EMA Director David Harton says Tuscaloosa residents who live near the river need to keep a watchful eye on the rising river.
The Oliver Lock and Dam is projected to go into flood stage later this week, so those individuals that have farming land, residences below, should take heed of the river levels.
Harton also says street flooding is a major concern. McFarland Boulevard is just one of the many roadways with high water levels. The EMA advises you tonight avoid going out on these local streets unless it is absolutely necessary. So take heed of that warning. Also, Tuscaloosa's Lake Patrol asking residents living on Lake Tuscaloosa, check on your boats, they say. Those boats you have on that lift, also check on your furniture that's outdoors. Many of the boats on lifts are very low. Then when these water levels go up, those boats could float away. The patrol has not gotten any reports so far of missing boats, but water levels are reaching the point of hitting those lifts, so keep that in mind. And with all this rain in our area, we've also seen some car accidents today, one at Watermelon Road in Northport. WVUA was on the scene of this accident. Two vehicles collided. That caused one car to face the opposite direction of traffic. Our crew reported 2 people being taken from this scene to DCH Regional Medical Center. No word on their names or conditions. Even though the rain was pouring down today, some Labor Day celebrations still went ahead as planned. The VFW, for example, held a barbecue fundraiser and open house and membership drive. The community was invited to come out and just see what the VFW has to offer. Post Commander Walter Turner told us this fundraiser is just another way to help veterans, and all the money raised today will be used to help veterans who suffered during the April 27th tornado.
So this money is going to be going back to replenish our Veterans Assistance Fund because, you know, we had a lot of veterans, not local, some veterans coming through town that have stopped and they need gas money to get where they're going. So this is, we never turn a veteran away.
The VFW is planning more events later on this month. And the rain has put a damper on some Labor Day plans for people across Alabama. Labor Day, usually a holiday for those cookouts, barbecue, outside fun. But as you can see, nobody outside today. Today's nasty weather brought in by the remnants of Tropical Storm Lee forced lots of people just to find alternate plans. WVUA hit the streets and talked to local folks to see how their Labor Day plans changed after all this rain and flooding.
We'd probably gone out and gone down by the river, just looked around, maybe gone out to eat outside.
Like to go to the beach today, but it's raining, so we changed our plans. We stay now in Tuscaloosa and go shopping.
Wife and I, we had planned to grill out today, and had the meat all prepared, and I go out to my car to get something, and early morning, and I look at it, it's already raining.
And no surprise here, some people told us this was just a perfect day to curl up and read a good book.